Thank you for visiting the Coin Lady channel again. The fact that Xrpl is the next financial system that uses XRP as its native asset to bridge the world's finances is becoming more and more apparent every day, guys. In this video, I'd also like to discuss a few glaringly obvious interpretations of this. On the other hand, there are moments when it feels like we should simply relax, take it easy, and wait for the fireworks we know are on the way. As much as we would love to become rich off of XRP and other digital assets, it is becoming more and more difficult. In this video, the boys would like to discuss our future plans with you. If you enjoy discussing XRP and other great digital assets, all I ask is that you hit that like button, share the video, and leave a comment. Spread the word about what's really going on in this digital revolution. The floor where Rippl's office is located is directly next to the Federal Reserve, so I'll keep this brief because I value your time. Let's start with the most obvious factor, number 1. And not only that, but our clients and partners in Ripple Payments will also benefit from this. Among those now collaborating with the Federal Reserve are ACI Global, Finastra, FIS Volante, and others. So, before we can make sense of the system as it plays out before us, we need to know that Ripple is just one little piece. Someone is collaborating with the Federal Reserve, and we know it. There was a huge surge in support for Xrpl yesterday. Hedera was on some news that got a little too much attention, and the synth Xrpl was going crazy over the BlackRock rumors. Now, I mentioned to you briefly how BlackRock and Ripple have been quite close for a long time. They're very near to the Federal Reserve, the fate of XRP, the revelation of their long-awaited plans, and everything else they've been working on. Okay, now we're talking about the average people who don't have hours upon hours to devote to sitting down, watching these videos daily, researching, and being spoon-fed information. They can see the obvious, but they can't get a bird's-eye view of the market because they're fixated on the minute price changes that hover around 50 cents. The average person who does not conduct their homework, study, and other necessary steps just does not grasp the concept. That is why it is imperative that we, the community, disseminate this data. At a smarter, faster payments 2024, Ripple is a silver sponsor, so others can see what we see. Now we move on to the Federal Reserve's financial services and the mainstream media, which, as I've mentioned before, is usually not going to convey the truth, which is why I went into YouTube all those years ago. Could the logo of Ripple not be more apparent in this context, given that Fox Business is releasing the title, The Impact of Bitcoin ETFs on the Crypto Landscape? Signs and the obvious are both there. The past few days have shown that the BRICS countries are considering stable coins. Why didn't they simply use a Bitcoin logo? 40 more countries have applied to join the group. Whoever is approved at the meeting later this year will be officially adopted into the organization in January 2025. Ripples has reportedly been in touch with Rex for quite some time. Now, I will quickly address stable coins and how they are interconnected. Our goal is not only to facilitate cross-border payments, but also to capture the multi-trillion-dollar stablecoin market. Just a few days ago, we learned about the stablecoin measure that is being pushed through Congress by Representatives Loomis and Gillibrand, with the goal of implementing ACH. Just a few weeks from now, I am confident that stable currencies will be the first to get regulatory clarification this year, since that is their goal. However, in my opinion, it will transpire this year in some way. I hope they make the correct decision. Stable currency issuers and providers, like Ripple, stand to gain from the legislation being pushed by lawmakers like Loomis and Gillibrand, who are laying the groundwork for transparent regulations. We have heard Brad Garlinghouse mention the SEC's lack of clarity regarding the necessary regulatory steps multiple times. As a result, they have complied with all regulations regarding the 5% of their business that occurs outside of the US and have followed all instructions on regulatory compliance. However, as this would be the first positive crypto law passed by Congress, it would have symbolic importance for the cryptocurrency industry as a whole. So, considering how closely the Federal Reserve and Ripple are cooperating, Lee, wouldn't you agree that behind closed doors they've discussed the future and agreed that, yes, the digital revolution is here, but that a full transfer of the financial system will take some time and, of course, must be done in a safe and compliant manner. You guys should know that this has been planned for years, not just yesterday or the day before. The Federal Reserve and major financial institutions have been planning this ripple effect for quite some time. As a result, the Ethereum and Xrpl networks will be the first to provide Ripple's new stablecoin. The primary objective is to attract liquidity providers and consumers to Xrpl. Once again, this will increase the Xrpl's use case utility, which will naturally lead to a rise in the price of XRP over time, as it is the digital asset that is intrinsic to the system. It is now a part of the expanding stablecoin market, where digital tokens are backed by deposits and treasuries denominated in US dollars and tethered to the dollar. Moving on to my next point, considering the government's recent bond auction issues and global trends, for example, countries cutting back on US treasuries purchases, my question is, does this mean they need to find another way to keep demand for the US dollar high? I mean, they're practically next door to the Federal Reserve, so why haven't they been collaborating with them? Meanwhile, the ongoing battle with the SEC has been nothing more than lip service. Furthermore, I am of the opinion that we will be able to proceed with more certainty once this matter is concluded. There will be more people using the Xrpl after the stablecoin launch. As a result, the path will be cleared for an XRP ETF, which will be immensely beneficial to both the ecosystem and XRP. In particular, we know that Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, has stated that stablecoins are a logical next step in his vision for merging traditional banking with cryptocurrency. For what reason have they squandered so much time acquiring licenses across the globe, including in North America? To arrange this in an exquisite and flawless manner. Plus, that was a brilliant move. If you take a step back and consider these individuals, you'll realize how clever they are for seriously integrating themselves into the financial system through banks and international financial institutions, claiming this is how they won't be pushed out. Improving the system and transitioning it to a digital, decentralized economy is what we're aiming for. Well, that concludes our video. Like and subscribe as usual, and feel free to leave a comment with your opinions. Coming up shortly, farewell.